Well, hello there, Mr. E and J Clone Prime. Chris Kringle up here at the North Pole, just taking a moment to remember some of the good stories that we've shared over the years. And, well, this year I have another story for you and your listeners. So now I present to you 'Twas the Night Before Squatchmas by Bobby Reich. 'Twas the night before Squatchmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Squatchless soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of tree structures danced in their heads. And Shannon in her kerchief, with the dog and the cat, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, she sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window she flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to her wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 large squatch deer, with a big old driver so lively and quick, she knew in a moment it must be Squatch Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and whooped and called them by name. Now Bigfoot, now Yeti, now Yowly and Booger, on Almas, on Ape-Man, on Dogman and Goo-Goo. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of oranges, and St. Squatchless too. And then in a twinkly she heard on the roof the stomping and thumping of each giant hoof. As she drew in her head and was turning around, down the chimney came Squatch Nicholas with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and it was all tarnished with ashes and soot. With bags of oranges he had flung on his back, he looked like a researcher just opening his pack. His eyes, how they glowed, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were all hairy, and his nose was like a huge cherry. His droll big mouth drawn up like a bow, and the teeth were as white as the new-fallen snow. The stump of a deer leg he held tight in his teeth, and the smell it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a huge round belly that shook when he growled like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right grumpy old creature, and she laughed when she saw him in spite of herself. A flash of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave her to know she had nothing to dread. Spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whoop, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Squatchmas to all, and to all a squatchy night!" Ho, 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 ho. And that was The Night Before Squatchmas by Bobby Reich. Well, boys, we'll speak to you next year, and as always, stay squatchy.